if a makeup is not like a mineral makeup or a breathable makeup, if you're putting something on your skin, it's ultimately asphyxiating your skin. An unbreathable makeup on your skin, I do think that you can accelerate aging and also other things.
What skincare products are people wasting their money on? I'm going to say under eye masks. You have your eye mask on, you put your glasses, you're reading a book, you're having your coffee, you're running errands. You're like, you're being a cool person when you're wearing eye masks, like the Dior ones or the Chanel ones, like you're bougie. You look cool. Are you wasting your money on it? Yes. This is Skin Talks, the podcast where we go deeper than skin, products, and trends and explore the conversations that actually matter in health, beauty, wellness, and confidence.
We're a mother-daughter duo and the founders of Boutique Skin Envie. After years inside the industry, we've learned that health is never just about what you use. It's about everything you digest, how you think, how you live, what you eat, how you move, what you put on your skin, and how you feel in your own body.
If you're looking for insight, honesty, and a fresh perspective on the future of health, beauty, and wellness, you're in the right place.
Let's get into it.
Skin Talks podcast by Boutique Skin Envie, hosted by Beate and Natascha.
Welcome back to part 2 of our FAQ episode, solo episode. We really dove into a lot of cleansing, actives, moisturizers, trends in the last episode, and today we're going to focus on some other things. First one is going to be SPF, which I think is a very hot topic. And we talk about this a lot, but I guess people are still asking the question, do I need to wear SPF every day, even in winter or indoors?
So
Yes.
My answer is yes. But when you speak to other skincare experts, they will say, if you're not leaving your house, you don't need to. But I disagree with that. I just think it's a good thing to do because we're on screens all day long, because we sit in,
Kind of windows.
There's, UV is everywhere. UVA is everywhere. UVA is responsible for aging. UVB is responsible for burns and browns. And so when you wear an SPF, you're double protected. Broad spectrum, you're double protected against both. So why not, or why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah.
To protect yourself, to give that extra, even if you're not leaving the house during the day. Like, I just don't understand why somebody wouldn't do it.
And also in the winter, I think people forget that as much as the sun reflects, let's say you're on vacation, the sun reflects off the water so that you have like an insane amount of sun hitting you in every direction. But it's also the same when the sun hits the snow.
Absolutely.
So you're still getting, yes, the UVAs are lower in the winter time, right? No, it's the UVBs that are lower.
UVB, because you're not burning or browning as much in the winter as
the
you are.
UVA, I mean, of course,
UVA is always there.
But of course, it's a little bit lower, and the UVB is a lot lower, which is why you're not burning in the winter. But let's say somebody who skis a lot, and they're always skiing downhill, and then they have like
100%.
that goggle. They have that goggle sort of tan, right? Because they're wearing goggles all day, but the rest of their face is tanned. You're still like in the sun. It's still affected. It's just not as, I don't think it's as quick as in the summer.
Yeah.
Let's say
you're not going to get a sunburn in the wintertime the same way you will at noon in the summertime.
Yeah, but it's still important to
still, you have the reflection off of the snow. You still have UVA everywhere. So yes, I mean, I'm just a big believer in why wouldn't you wear an SPF if you can prevent?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense why you wouldn't.
Is SPF in makeup enough protection?
No, it's not.
I think, but if you look at color science, for example.
Yeah, but I wouldn't just wear color science because it's got an SPF. Colors, but that's not makeup. That's sunscreen.
Well, it basically is makeup in my life because I use it as my
right,
foundation.
But it's not marketed as a makeup. It's marketed as sunscreen.
So like Jane Iredale has foundations and pressed foundations. Yeah, pressed foundations with SPF. But notice that it's also an SPF 15.
Right.
There's never
even Oxygenetics has an SPF factor of 30. But the way I look at it is this. What is the indication for the product? Is the indication for the product to be a sunscreen or is it to be a cover-up? If it's a sunscreen and it's tinted, yes. If it's a cover-up, a foundation that has SPF, no. Because its purpose, its intention is to cover. It's not to protect.
Yeah.
So, and it's the same thing. I'm not a humongous fan of moisturizers that have SPF in it.
No, me neither.
Because I feel like it dilutes a little bit. So
I just think that like just using moisturizer
is SPF. Makeup is makeup. If you're using an SPF like Color Science, I use Color Science. I use it as a primer. I will put my Oxygenetics or another foundation on top of it to equal the palette, like to make it, that's what the intention is, like, right? To make your skin look more smooth and more uniform.
Yeah.
I don't use it to cover up.
Interesting. I do.
No, I'll use like spot treatments to cover up like a redness on my nose or like something on my face.
Yeah, but I use it as a foundation.
But listen, the sunscreens today are very advanced technologies. Use your cleanse, you serum, you moisturize, you protect, and then you apply your makeup.
Yeah.
And it will not feel heavy on your skin if you're using the right products. If you're not using the right products and you feel your product, you need to make a switch.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What is the difference between mineral and chemical sunscreen? This is a great question.
Yeah, well,
I think it's pretty, like, the easiest thing to say is chemical sunscreen has chemical protectants.
Well, yeah.
And then mineral sunscreen has minerals.
Right.
That's the most basic difference.
Well, the composition is how they form. The formulation is different. Usually, mineral sunscreen have titanium dioxide and zinc oxide in them, which is why they got a bad rap in the beginning, because they were thick. And the molecules, they were very, very white. Like
tacky.
You'd have a white coat on your face and stuff like that. But the technologies have advanced so incredibly, like you don't get that anymore.
There's also sunscreens that are mixed. You'll have a little
hybrid.
bit of chemical. Yeah. Which I think was
Elta MD, for example, has some hybrids.
Yes.
And so the way I have understood it, and it's not that I'm a chemist or like a scientist or anything like that, but my interpretation of a chemical sunscreen is that both are good, but they work differently. A chemical sunscreen will take the UV and will convert it into heat and disperse in the body. So a chemical sunscreen will absorb into the skin, converts and releases kind of thing. A mineral sunscreen, it works like a shield. You apply it on your skin, but it doesn't absorb. And it sits on the surface, and it kind of works as the UV rays hit you and they bounce off.
It's like a shield.
It's a shield.
Yeah.
So if you have skin that is, I'm talking generally speaking, right? Pigment prone, sensitive, chemical sunscreens could provoke because they convert the rays into heat, and you don't want heat on your skin when you have pigment. I would go more towards a mineral.
Yeah.
I would do the same thing. Yeah. But, if you're a guy, for example, men will go towards like sport formulas, or women that are very active and outside golfing will go towards sport formulas, which are usually in most cases chemical, because it's more comfortable on the skin, like when you sweat, right? So I don't see one as better than the other. My opinion on it is neutral, but if I'm honest, I will more recommend a mineral over a chemical, just because I feel it's psychologically, I feel it's better somehow.
Yeah, I'm the same. But also
like,
because
feels more intentional to me than to put a chemical. Like, I'm not into chemicals.
But I also think that I've used Esthederm before, and they're chemical based.
Yeah.
But then it worked on me. Like, I never got burned with them. So they're also a very good sun care brand.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always go towards a mineral.
Yeah. And then there's but
that's because of my melasma.
There's a lot of conversation also around the, we wash our face, we wash off the product goes into the water systems, and they're saying that a lot of chemical sunscreens and some ingredients in mineral sunscreens are really bad for wildlife.
But also for coral reefs.
Wildlife, like the ecosystem in our water systems is being disrupted because of many different things, but one of them is that. So
if you look at Kula,
I don't know to what extent, but like I'm conscious of those things.
If you look at Kula skincare, or sun care, their products are coral reef safe. So if you're interested in that, you can always shop Kula.
Yeah, but even when you read, like, honestly, when I hear things like that, I'm always like, yeah, that's wonderful. A lot of companies, I'm not saying specific to Kula, but there's a lot of claims made by companies around different things, whether it be anti-aging, retinol, whatever. Do your own homework and research it. Like, dig down and ask a lot of questions around it, because just because they say it's coral reef safe doesn't mean it is. What does it even mean to be coral reef safe?
Yeah,
like
we have to explain it. I'm just mentioning it.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is that no matter what you hear or you listen to or you read, do due diligence to find out more about it. Like, dig a little deeper, be curious about it, because not everything that is said is true.
Yes.
Or completely accurate.
How much SPF should I be applying?
So when they say what I've seen, and I like these kinds of reels that I see, they say that, you're supposed to put like a quarter size, but that seems like a lot when you put it into your hand and then you blend it into your face. What I do is I'll apply a thin line along my finger.
They say 2 fingers.
Yeah, I do 1, but a good amount, because I find if I put too much on,
But yeah, when you have a tinted SPF, you're putting too much on. You're like,
I've tried it.
Yeah.
So
I
I do
agree.
a good line down my finger. I blend it up to my hairline. I blend it underneath my eyes, and I pull it down on my neck.
Yeah, me too.
So, you need to use sufficient amount. If you're just putting a drop and like patting it on your face, no, it's not enough.
Definitely. Moving on to makeup. Does wearing makeup age your skin?
Again, that's a loaded question. Also, I think there can be some makeups that could do that, because if a makeup is not like a mineral makeup or a breathable makeup, if you're putting something on your skin, it's ultimately asphyxiating your skin, because it's not breathing. Your skin's not able to breathe. And I think that anything that can't breathe, it prevents the skin to have a proper circulation of oxygen and movement, And if you're just wearing for 8 to 12 hours a day an unbreathable makeup on your skin, I do think that you can accelerate aging and also other things. If you're wearing a makeup on your skin that when you look on the ingredients like Oxygenetics or something from Jane Iredale or something from Glow Minerals, and I know Sephora has some great brands that are also quite natural and mineral based, then no, it's not. I wouldn't say it's aging your skin, because it's working with your skin. Not the idea about a makeup is to like enhance, right? Ultimately to enhance and not to necessarily cover.
Yeah.
If you're using good skincare and your skin's in a healthy state, you will need less makeup.
Yes.
And more natural.
Ideally, that's what we're all working towards.
It's not the case for everybody. I understand that, but I still think that is what most people would like.
Yeah.
And we see it as a trend also. No makeup. People want to have that.
Do primers and setting sprays clog pores? I think primers could clog pores more than setting sprays. I'm always skeptical about these clog minimizer primers.
Pore minimizer, yeah.
Like pore minimizer, like the ones where like all of a sudden you have no pores on your face, but like why is that? Is that because the product's going in your pores and then covering? Like, is it how does that work? How is it that you apply an insane mattifying product and all of a sudden like all your pores disappear?
Well, it's light. It's always how light hits your face, right? So if you're,
but it's like how's the product sitting on your skin?
Well, it fills the pore, right?
So
Kind of fills the pore. But there's a lot of primers, like Zeoskin Health has a great like pore minimizers and primers that don't sit in, but they have active ingredients in them that are exfoliating the skin gently.
Like that's Zeoskin Health.
And
it's not like
no, I know
most makeup brands.
Right. But that's why this is interesting, is because when you get into those clinical brands, they have a lot of solutions out there that are going to minimize the pore without having to, put a product on that's going to mattify for light, because light shining shows more wrinkles, depth, the texture of the skin will show more. And it's not just filling up the in-betweens, kind of like putty, or icing,
I would say yes and no. I don't know about
it depends on the brand, and it always depends on the intention, the routine behind it. Like what's the reason for it?
Yeah.
There's other ways to do it better than to buy something that is for pores, I think, in skincare, and that's my opinion.
Moving on to body care. Why is body skincare often overlooked?
Well, I think that a lot of people, what I find interesting is a lot of people will invest a lot into their skincare on their face. And I was one of those people. I would invest into my skincare on my face and I'd use something cheap on my body.
Yes,
because you don't see your body.
It's also not marketed as strongly as skincare is.
We're not living like the Anglo-Saxon countries are not body culture countries. If you go to Italy, if you go to France, if you go to a lot of countries in Germany, in Europe, or in like, I don't know about Asia, I'm not familiar with that, but North America, up until
like
recently, is more hide culture, right? We don't have a body culture where we're like, you go to Brazil and everybody is working on their body all the time. You go to Italy. I remember when I was a distributor in skincare, my past life, body machines that we'd bring into Canada, like cellulite, tightening body machines that we were selling, we would sell 8. Well, they would sell 800 in Italy.
Yeah.
like 100 times
But
more
think about
because
it,
they have a
like-
body culture.
Well, yeah, because they have beaches and everyone's wearing
Not only
bikini.
that, they just show their body off. We have more of a culture. The English speaking countries tend to have more. They're not as open with their body. It's changing, so we didn't do things the same way a lot of the European countries did that were very much about showing their body, or like South American countries, like,
Yeah.
you know, whereas body is like sexy and showing and, you know, skirts and stuff. Now here we're more like cover up culture. So as a result, all of a sudden, like a lot of people with their skin on their face will wake up one day and go, holy smokes, like my skin on my body is suffering. So I have this girlfriend who came to me and she says, Beata, she uses all the products for her skin. And she's asking me about, I can't find something that's hydrating enough for my body. My skin's changing. It's thinner. I was like, okay, use this skin cream. The one from Estederm, the body firming cream, that from the red packaging from Estederm.
Oh, yeah. Extra firming.
Extra firming body lotion. I'm like, listen, just use it.
It's the best.
It's going to change your life. And then we even brought in a brand that I tried recently that I really like. It's from the Skin Girls. It's called Skin something.
Skin Edition.
Skin Edition. It's from Vancouver. They have a body retinol. I took a body retinol. I started using it. And the texture on your, like, why are we not using retinol on our body? You know, like, it's a real question. Why would you not wear a retinol on your body when you're wearing it on your face? It does the same thing for your body as it does for your face. It's incredible, this product, how it changes texture. It lightens any pigment. You know, I even started to, like, this is a whole other thing, but I have a lot of spots on my body. And I started to use Zeo Skin Health retinol and hydroquinone on my body. And I'm like testing what's going to happen.
Oh, interesting.
I noticed a change.
Interesting.
I notice a change. So, like, why are we not doing it? We do it so much for our face, but our body shows up one day and the skin on the body changes everywhere. So therefore, like, take care of all of your skin.
Yes, completely.
I don't know. Did that answer the question that you asked?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Should body acne be treated differently from facial acne?
Well, because usually body acne is on your back.
Yeah,
right?
back, shoulders, probably
Yeah.
back of arms. Oh, no, also chest, I see.
Chest, but more back than chest, I find. But it's, yes, you can have facials. We offer at Skin Envie. You can do a back facial. You do the same type of procedure that you would do on the face, exfoliation, treatment serums, all that kind of stuff. You can also do extractions and stuff. The thing that I always ask when somebody has body acne, and I had a girlfriend in her 50s who had body acne, and I said, what kind of shampoo and conditioner are you using? I said, stop using that conditioner and shampoo and get on this. And it cleared.
Also, not just that, it's when are you washing your body? So are you washing your body before your conditioner? Because they say, like, you should shampoo, condition, and then body wash, so that at least you're washing off.
Yeah, it's hard to wash your back though.
No, but you can get those, like,
you can if you have that.
But yes,
but definitely if you know, there's a lot of serums that are clarifying serums, clearing serums for acne. Definitely, if you have a problem with back acne, go to see an esthetician. And try to, if you have a partner in your life, put those serums on your back in those areas. It'll help to clear it for sure. But first things first, make sure that you are looking at your shampoo and conditioner. Seriously, it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And try to wash behind.
Yeah, one of those, like, those loofahs, is that what it's called? Loofah, like.
Well, they have those back scratching kind of brushes.
Yeah.
If you're struggling, definitely, but don't hesitate to go see an esthetician for back acne. They'll help you. They'll do a facial on your back.
Definitely.
Let's talk about Alea, conscious period care. At BSC, we believe wellness goes beyond skincare, and it's about everything we put in and on our bodies. That's why we chose Alea. Most period products are made with plastic dyes and synthetic fibers that can disrupt our health and harm the planet. Alea offers something better. 100% organic cotton, fully biodegradable, and designed with your body in mind. It's a small, conscious change that supports both women's health and environmental responsibility. Try Alea at Skin Envie, that's BSKINENVIE.ca, and use SkinTalks15 for 15% off your first order.
Do I need to apply SPF on my body daily?
There's a lot of conversation around that. There's a lot of now clothing that you can wear on your body that's SPF, the UV clothing. Like, remember we had that podcast with that girl years ago, and she was like, yeah, she wore it to bed. She was obsessed with it. I personally believe that if you are fully covered in like wintertime, you don't need to wear an SPF on your body. But if you are a outdoorsy person in the summertime, living in a warmer climate, absolutely.
Yeah, you're golfing. I run in the summer, so definitely wearing SPF every time. The last thing I want also is a sports bra tan. Not cute.
Well, you're going to get it anyways a little bit, right? From the natural. Even if you wear an SPF and you're outside, you're going to get it naturally, or golfing.
Like I've seen you get a burn before with the sports bra, and it's horrific.
I still am traumatized by that burn that I had. Like, I went out early in the season and I thought, okay, I'm fine. And I went out for a 2-hour bike ride, not even thinking. And I had blisters almost on my back. I'm terrorized by what I did.
Yeah,
It's so irresponsible of me. Having said that, when I go out in the summertime golfing, which I haven't done in a couple of years, but when I golfed, bike riding, walking, running, because I also trained for a marathon one time in my life, and I kind of want to do it again this year. I 100% wear a mineral sunscreen on my body, and I cake it on. Davincia is the best body SPF I've ever come across.
And you know what I find that we were talking about SPFs in the beginning of this episode, and there's a lot of mineral sunscreens for the face. Very rarely are there mineral sunscreens for the body. Like
Hoola has one.
Yeah,
I haven't tried it.
But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not.
No, Davincia's is hands down.
It's very much always chemical, and I think that's because of the quantity you need for your body, and also like we said before, mineral has a little bit of a thicker consistency, so it's harder to rub all over your body.
But you can rub it in. This one from Davincia is a fully mineral.
I used it because when I was pregnant, I didn't want to use a chemical sunscreen on my body. I used the Davincia.
You got to rub it in.
But you're like, you go into the water, you're like a little purple after.
You are, but you know what?
I didn't burn.
You don't burn. And I have gone out on 2, 3, and 4-hour bike rides in the summertime, in the middle of summer, and I did not burn, and I was sweating.
Yeah. And I also have to say that compared to when I was using other sunscreens, I didn't have to reapply Davincia as often, especially after I would go into the water. Because it would stick on me. Of course, you still have to always reapply, but I wouldn't have to reapply at the same level as another chemical-based sunscreen. So that I liked a lot.
I wanted to also say, especially like there's different Fitzpatrick scales. Like, that's the color of your skin starting at 1 to 6. If you are like, I would say end of 3, 4, 5, 6, and you put Davincia is not good for a darker Fitzpatrick 6.
No, because you're going to have a white cast.
It's going to be a white cast. So you want to find the right product for that. But if you're very fair, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, you could definitely wear it. And the other thing I wanted to say is a lot of people, when they're, let's say, Italian descent or Spanish, they have that kind of in between their olive skin tones. Your skin ages differently the darker that you are, right? The fairer that you are, the more you're going to age. Your skin's going to age less well. So if you are somebody who has nice brown skin, middle toned, putting sunscreen on your body, a lot of people, I hear them saying, well, I don't need one. I just put it on my face because I tan really easily and stuff like that. But I'm telling you something, one day when you're in like 50s, you will start to see spots on your skin showing up, and it's because you didn't wear a sunscreen.
Regardless also of like how you look, it's also just skin cancer. Like, just
but I mean, it's just that I think that we always aim for, skin to have an equal skin tone, right? Yeah. To have healthy equal skin. If you don't wear sunscreen on your body, when you get into your 50s, you will not have equal skin anymore. No matter how beautiful it looks now, down the road it won't, unless you're such an exception to the rule. But in general, you will start to see it on your body too. So take care of it as well.
Yeah. Hair and scalp. Is scalp care the same as skincare? Yes,
it is. And people forget about that. Like, remember we had that podcast with Dan Anton from Anton Designs? And we talked, he says, you're washing your scalp, you're not washing your hair. And we always say we're washing our hair. We have to wash our hair. No, you're actually washing your scalp. So scalp care
is very important.
Yes.
And you see it more with, like, there's gua sha for your hair. There's
There's
for your scalp.
serums.
Sorry,
There's
like
microneedling for
there's
hair
routines
loss.
that you can do for your scalp to promote healthier, thicker hair, shinier hair,
Yeah.
longer hair, like all that stuff. We put so much product in our hair that we forget to also take care of our scalp.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that we see that's really, at least I see on my, let's say, TikTok, is like scalp care is like huge coming onto the horizon.
Because it's been understood.
And nobody really understood.
Misunderstood, I should say.
Yeah, nobody really understood hair care to begin with. Like, did everyone really ever like understand what a follicle is, or
No, I don't think so.
the composition of a strand?
I don't think so. And you know, there's a lot of conversation today. A big trend is like hair shedding and stuff like that, right? So treatment of the scalp is very, very important, especially if you're prone to hair loss, especially if you have oily oily scalps. So the shampoo and conditioner is for the strands, right? So that's important because you're going to protect color, all like if you have curly hair, to make sure the cuticles close and stuff like that. The serums and the treatment products that you put on your scalp are going to promote healthy hair growth.
Yeah.
So not everybody has to use serums and stuff like that, but there are a lot of products out there and people that do need it. One of the brands that I really love for treatment products of the scalp is René Forterer. They're from Paris, and they brought a line into the market that's absolutely incredible. And they treat the scalp the same way we would treat skincare on our face, on our bodies, with that same approach.
Olaplex.
Yeah. I don't know enough about those brands.
Olaplex has a really great scalp treatment.
Revivagen is a brand that is for hair loss. So alopecia or just hair loss. They've got two different sizes, but there's a whole serum program that you use every day, and it's really popped off lately.
Yeah,
people are
Nioxin
really
as
into it.
well.
Yeah, exactly. Nioxin is all about scalp health.
So how often should you really wash your hair? This is honestly a question that I think is so different for everybody.
It is.
I don't know the answers to this. I think that I see people with the nicest hair ever. Shout out to Lauren Bostic. She has the nicest hair.
But she probably once a week?
Once a week.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's what's causing her hair to be nice. I think she went from blonde to her natural color brunette. And I think she eats an insane amount of organ meat and meat that's really helping with her overall health. That being said, like, there's also hairdressers that say wash your hair twice a week. There's some that say wash it every day because you have so much product buildup.
Well, I think we train our scalp how to produce oil, and the reason why we wash our hair is because it feels oily. You get an odor, feels oily, doesn't feel good. It's not actually this that's dirty, it's the scalp that's dirty, right? So there's a lot of dry shampoos. So one that I realized recently, actually, Ansa was at the office last week doing the K18 one. Is it K18? Yeah. She did actually, we're going to feature it on our Instagram. We did a reel on it. It's insane.
No, I know.
She had greasy, I shouldn't say greasy, oily hair when she came in. She had just come back from a long trip, a vacation, and she hadn't washed her hair. She says, let me do it. I'm going to show you right now what it does. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's not normal.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
So you can extend. I think the idea is washing your hair less is better for you, but you have to train your scalp to be able to be washed less. Because again, like cuticles, you bite them, they build up.
Yeah.
You wash your hair all the time, every single day. You can't not wash it every single day because you've trained your scalp to become oily and smelly.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we should have somebody on the pod to talk about hair and scalp, to really dive into it because there's so much information. I kind of want to get like somebody who knows what the hell they're talking about. No, really,
I don't know enough about it. You're right. It would be better to have an expert on. But logically speaking, with me, I used to have to wash my hair every day. Then I went to every 2 days. Now I can go to every 3 days. Yeah. Because I've trained how to extend it.
But I think you don't put any product in your hair. So that's coming from you who has zero product in her hair.
I hate the way it feels.
Whereas if you deal with somebody who has curly or extreme frizzy hair, they have to wear product in their hair to contain to hold the curls, make the curls nice, blah blah blah. And also to maybe to tame the frizz, whatever it is. Like, there's so much product in their hair that there's so much buildup in their scalp.
But a lot of people that have very curly hair, they wash their hair only once a week.
Yes, but let's say somebody
they
who has
just refresh
frizzy
it.
or blow dries or curls.
Yeah.
It's like you're adding on. And I have like normal-ish hair, and I have regardless 2 to 3 products in my hair before I blow dry it.
Do you?
Yeah. I put the Olaplex oil, I put the K18 heat protectant, and then I put the Wella Miracle Repair to repair my damaged hair. So I'm using like 3 products. I have to wash my hair because eventually I'm gonna have buildup.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's the
really
product. It's how it feels. It's like
Yeah.
if you don't wash your face in the morning, you apply your skincare. That would be the same thing
But
as
me
that
washing
for
my
me.
hair every day is not obtainable. Like I can never do that.
No, I
'cause that's
used
just
to.
exhausting.
I used to.
But yeah, so we're gonna have somebody on the pod to really get into this.
Yeah.
But the next question regarding hair is, are professional products worth the investment? I think that they are. I think it's the same sort of vibe personally when you're talking about skincare. I think that the ingredients are better. I think that there's
They're more like
higher
protecting.
higher quality ingredients, better clinical studies. Like I just think that yes.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, but I'm not saying that there's a brand that we carry on BSC called Fido. It's a very nice hairline from France, and it's available in pharmacies. So we call that in our essentials division. It's a great product, but if you are I don't know what the percentage of color treated or chemically treated hair is actually among Canadian people. Let's say if you take the population of Canadian adults, female, probably 80 to 90% of females color their hair or do some sort of chemical treatment, whether it be a Botox straightener or a perm of some sort. If you're doing chemical treatments of any kind on your hair and you're not using professional hair care, you will run into problems like color fading, drying, buildup. Like there's an accumulation of buildup. Our water's hard, then we're putting products on that don't rinse completely out to compensate for. So yes, I am a big believer in professional hair care because I've personally experienced it.
Yeah.
There was a time when I stopped and I said, I was traveling a lot and I went to a pharmacy. I bought some products from a pharmacy. Within, I don't know, a month, 2 months, you even said to me, Mom, what's up with your hair? It was faded, frizzy on the ends. It had no more like vibrancy to it. And that was because I wasn't using a professional product, period. So I really believe in professional hair care. And I think that it's around the same price than anything that you would find in a pharmacy. And in fact, there's a lot of brands that are pharmacy brands that are also professional brands. Like you will find K18 in Sephora, but you'll also find it in a like what I'm saying, there's a lot of hybrid.
Yeah.
They're available in retail, pharmacy, but they're also available in the hair salons.
Yeah.
So look for quality products that are really color protecting. And then you'll also notice that they've even more elaborated on how they divide their lines up for thin hair, frizzy hair, thick hair, hair that lacks luster and radiance. So you can really go in and customize your hair routine based on your hair type.
Yeah. What skincare products are people wasting their money on?
Wow, that's a big question. Too many products. I
Can you specify a specific skincare product though? Like one that you say that's like not necessary. I'm gonna say under eye masks.
Well, that depends too. Like under eye masks help to wake, but they're not necessary.
That's what I'm saying. Like people are wasting their money on it, and I know why. It's because it's an aesthetic. And I love them. I look great in them too. You have your eye mask on, you put your glasses, you're reading a book, you're having your coffee, you're running errands. You're like, you're being a cool person when you're wearing eye masks. Like the Dior ones or the Chanel ones, like you're bougie. You look cool. Are you wasting your money on it? Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's not necessary.
It's not necessary.
And if I were to say that,
or a lip mask.
Again, it depends. Like if you're putting a lip mask on because you have a lot of little fine lines and wrinkles, you're a smoker, and that is going to help to hydrate. They have lip exfoliators. Are all these things necessary? They are to the person that needs them. I don't know that there's anything on the market in skincare that I absolutely said is a waste of your time. I think what's a waste of time and resources and consciousness of our environment and all that is overconsumption.
Yeah.
So like if you look in your bathroom and you've got 75 products sitting on your shelves and half of them, 3/4 of them you haven't used, that's the waste for me.
Yes.
You're better saving your money and going on something that's really for you than buying stuff just to buy stuff.
Yeah. Where should you actually invest in your routine?
I think that investing in your routine, book a consultation with an esthetician, with Boutique Skin Envie, a medical esthetician. get advice.
Yeah.
That's where you invest your money, and investing your time into finding and curating the proper routine for you is the best investment you can make.
Yes.
Don't copy other people.
No.
Like, I just think that that's not, people want to feel good in their skin, and I understand that, but you'll feel good in your skin if somebody is actually building you a routine that's for you, you know, not just because you want to follow.
Agreed. Now finishing up the episode, we're going to be doing rapid fires.
I love that.
So you'll go and I'll go.
Okay.
Can you change your pore size?
No, you can't change your pore size.
You can make your pores smaller.
You can make them appear less visible by stimulating, like resurfacing, and also going for facials and stuff like that. Yes, but you can't change the size. You can just make them a little tighter.
Yes. Which makes them
smaller. They're still there. They're just.
But can you change your pore size? Yes.
The visible appearance. The visible appearance of large pores you can minimize, but can you change your pore size? I'm not sure. I'd have to ask an expert on that. What do you think?
I think if you're making your pores less visible because they're getting smaller, it means that you're changing your pore size.
Okay, I'm not so sure, but anyways.
Are collagen supplements effective?
They complement, definitely.
Yes.
Remember we had the podcast with Bend Beauty, and he explained how collagen works. Yes, it can it can support.
Yes.
It's not the only thing to do, and you have to always look at what you're ingesting, where it's coming from.
Does drinking more water improve your skin?
Yes and no. It's not a one solution only.
I think also a lot of people drink more water, but I think there's an issue in your body retaining water. So that's why people always add like electrolytes, or people add salt, or people add like different things in their water so that their body actually retains it properly.
Yeah.
Because there's a thing with that. You add Himalayan pink salt, or for example, Skinny Confidential's beauty salt water, water is called, and you put that in your water, and it helps your body retain the water so that you actually are hydrated, and therefore I think you would improve your skin based off that.
It's the salt. You need it for sure, but the thing is that if you only drink water, you're not going to have great skin. If you only use skincare and you don't drink water, you're not going to have great skin. So you need the balance of both. You need to drink 8 glasses of water, ideally a day, and you need to use a good skincare routine that's hydrating and adapted for your skin type.
Are ice facials beneficial? Yes. For puffiness and not for, and I don't think ice facials, we're talking about like dunking our face in water, right?
I think it's a trend.
I think that you're not going to appear younger because of it. I don't think that it's going to help your wrinkles. I don't think it's going to help with acne. I don't think it's going to help with melasma. I don't think it's going to help with rosacea. I think that it's going to help with overall, maybe your complexion looks a little bit more awake. You have puffiness, all these things.
Yeah, but dunking your face in a bowl of ice water is not going to depuff your face.
Well, it kind of does.
It's going to wake you up because your brain is shocked by it.
It's like the
boom.
Skinny Confidential ice roller. It's like applying that.
But that's also rolling. That's different. Ice dunking is it's stimulating a circulation, and it's making you feel woken up and vibrant.
Like people who do like literal ice dunks, like put their body in an ice bucket.
Yeah, it's like a shock to the system, and it stimulates circulation, metabolism.
So it depends what it's beneficial for.
But it's not going to snatch your skin or make your skin more healthy.
No.
It's just going to wake you up. And you do it in the morning. You don't do it before you go to bed.
I think
so it's part of the waking up process.
It's beneficial to a better potential complexion because it's like
stimulating blood flow.
Much stuff.
Yeah. But is it necessary? Absolutely not. But if it makes you feel good, go for it. Pop off.
That's it for today's
that was fun.
Yes.
I love
that. If you guys enjoyed it, well, we know that you enjoyed it based off of our first FAQ that we ever did. And let us know if you have any more questions.
Yeah, keep DMing us because it helps us to be able to come up with things that are interesting for you, that you want to learn about yourself and how to integrate things into your routine.
Love it.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening to Skin Talks.
If this episode inspired you, taught you something new, or just made you feel seen, please share with someone you love. And if you believe in thoughtful and empowering conversations that help you make better choices for yourself around your beauty and wellness, please rate and review the show. It helps us to grow our community, and we deeply appreciate it. Because this isn't just about skin.
It's about claiming your beauty, feeling strong, informed, and at home in yourself.
See you next week.